Yo, so comedians could have some of the biggest egos or even be extremely sensitive at times, which could easily lead to fights between themselves and crowd members. So today we'll be looking at 3 instances of comedians getting into fights with each other, all for different reasons, some justified, some not. But anyways, let's just get right into it. First up, we got Louis J. Gomez and Kurt Metzger. This one stems from Louis feeling like Kurt has basically undermined and looked down on Louis instead of treating him like equal in the comedy world. But this one came to a boiling point when they were at one of Big J's comedy shows that both comedians were set to perform on. And while Louis was on stage, Kurt gave Louis the light, which in the comedy world is a signal or sign to get off stage because your time is up. But the thing is, Kurt didn't have the right to do that because it wasn't his show, and it wasn't even actually Louis's time to get off stage. Kurt was just mad because he didn't get to do his full set because he showed up late to the club, and he took out his frustration on Louis, and he said a lot of crazy things to Louis and also behind Louis's back. A lot of crazy things, especially behind Louis's back. All this happened an hour or two before Louis was set to do the live Legion of Skanks podcast at the same venue, which led to a crazy episode in which they decided to call Kurt. And Louis is so ready to fight that he says a lot of crazy things in the heat of the moment and also in response to what Kurt was saying. So yeah, let's just check it out.
Tonight, I think you and Kurt should truly make love.
Yeah, I think you should talk. I think you should talk.
I'm not going to talk to him.
Call him on speakerphone right now.
Yeah.
Right now, if I may, now is a good time to remind all of you, LA Legion of Skanks fans, that I host a weekly podcast in the main room every Monday, and I like chaos, and it was my idea to call him on speakerphone every Monday at 8.
Look, I'm not. Hold on, guys. Listen,
You can't speakerphone.
Louis, you got do it.
Louis, you can call, but you
so
can't
excited by a
speakerphone.
chant. I don't care.
Guys,
what it is.
listen to me.
You can call, but you can't speakerphone.
I'm not going to call him on speakerphone.
Louis,
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
take him off speakerphone.
Hey, I'm at Saddle Ranch.
I know. I'm in the middle of a show, and everyone's expecting you to come and fight me.
I'll come and do the show if you want.
Yes. Yes.
Louis has to sit over here.
Yeah.
You gotta switch seats though if we're gonna bring Kurt on.
Hello?
Come over here right now.
Oh!
Why is he not here?
He's eating.
I'm not calling him.
It's funnier if you call him. Whoa. I think you got one of your stompers over here, Louis.
Where are you?
Put it on speaker.
I'm walking to the club right now.
Louis,
Sit
down.
Sit down.
Louis, sit down, stupid.
This is like
down.
Rocky Road.
Louis, sit down.
Seriously, sit down.
This is like
You don't want a fist fight right
American
here.
Fattiators. Oh, there he is! It's Kurt Metzger. Hey,
Thank you very much. I get off. I'm going out to smoke a joint. Louis walks by very friendly in the hallway. He goes, I thought you had to leave. I go, oh, no, man, I have to leave. So right at that moment, he jumps into my fucking face. He goes, don't you ever like me. Okay?
Verbatim?
Yeah, I'm quoting. That's a fucking quote. But I didn't say shit to it because it's shocking. I didn't see that coming.
Shit.
So I started making jokes. Listen, I get a nervous reaction. I start making jokes. So I go, Louis J. Gomez. I was going to make a joke about it to Dumb J. He goes, it's Louis J. Gomez, faggot! By the way,
This does all sound like
let me tell you that part.
100% accurate so far.
Okay? But I still,
100%
dude,
accurate.
it was like,
I have no problem with this story.
yeah, it's fucking insane. So, by the way, just a normal human being in a simple misunderstanding with their friend they've known many years might go, hey, man, I don't know, I didn't feel, like, I shouldn't have lit me, it hurt my feel, whatever the fuck. And I go, oh, I'm sorry, Louis, it was not intentional. But Louis wants to UFC fight it out. First fucking chance he can. I don't know why you'd have a thing to take me down, but I didn't have a rivalry with you.
Because you're a cunt and you are.
What?
You talk down to people and you don't even fucking realize.
Well,
you're
Lewis, that's
blind to
because
it.
you're incredibly stupid.
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
sorry.
I'm incredibly
I
stupid.
lose my patience.
Well,
You're a fucking.
You know what?
faggot,
Wait, hold on,
and I
hold on,
promise
wait,
you, I'm
wait.
probably gonna
All right.
smack the shit
Wait,
out of
let
you
me
tonight.
read the fucking
Bitch.
text, though. Let me read Lewis's text.
Read my text.
I don't just want to call him stupid. I
No.
want to back it up.
Jay, you're right. This was the best way to handle it.
this was not.
Oh, by the way, it was the second time Lewis had done that. I let it go the first time, which was at the roast battle.
Oh, did you let it go? You fucking bitch.
Yes,
you don't
I
let
did.
shit go. I let you go,
Lewis,
faggot.
sit down.
How about that? I let you
Lewis,
go.
sit down.
Lewis, sit down, dude.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Sit down.
Well, why don't you make a move and see what I'll do?
Dude.
Do something, bitch. Do something. What's up, Kurt?
Wow.
Yeah.
What? You have soaked Tony. Sit still while I read your text. What are you doing? You did it that night too. Why are you doing this?
No, I'm not drunk. You're a fucking bitch. You're a fucking bitch. You fucking faggot. I'm gonna smack you.
Are we at a weigh-in? Will you sit down and do the show? Holy shit.
Bitch, you fucking. No. Stop. No, let's end the show and I'm gonna fuck up Kurt Metzger in the parking lot. What's up? Do something, Kurt. You're a fucking bitch.
Hey, let's-
Hold on. You talk all this shit, but you're a fucking bitch.
I think we got
Lewis,
plenty.
Lewis, I think
You're
we-
a fucking bitch.
I think we got
You're
plenty
a
of time.
bitch,
I wanna
dog.
read your
You're
text
a fucking
first, if I
bitch.
can.
How about that? End the show.
Does
You're a
anyone wanna
bitch.
hear
I'm
Lewis's
gonna
text?
fuck you
No,
up.
I think we
What's
should.
up?
I think we should
I'm gonna
build a.
smack the shit out of you,
I think we
bitch.
should-
All right, be
How
honest.
about
Is
that?
it because you
Be
know the
honest.
spelling is
Smack the
hilarious?
shit out of you.
Are you trying to preempt the
Sorry,
hilarious spelling
everybody.
of your text?
Nothing.
Everybody, yeah, we're gonna end it.
Are you that stupid?
Let me just.
Come on,
Wait, everybody, hold on. We got to do plugs.
What in the fuck is wrong?
We're ending the show.
Yeah, let's end the show.
Everybody, stop. Everybody, stop. Thank you so much for coming out. Sorry,
Wait.
this went haywire. We appreciate you guys being
Wait,
here.
hold on. Can you tell Louis J.
I gotta end the show.
Drago to
Look, Kurt, it's just stop. Stop.
Fucking faggot, Kurt. You talk all this shit, not to my face. As soon as
You ran up the stairs when I got here.
Lewis.
He wants a microphone. Get him a microphone.
As soon as there's not somebody between us, you're gonna stop popping shit. I
I
promise.
thought we were doing a show.
No, we're not doing a show. I'm gonna fight you, faggot.
We were doing a show, Lewis.
What show is this?
We were
Hey,
doing a show.
guys,
I'm going to fight you.
Hold on. Can we stop
Are you
with
fucking crazy?
We are doing a
You
show.
fucking bitch.
Can we
I'm gonna
stop with
smack
the
the
whole
shit out of you,
movie
You
already?
faggot.
told him we were doing a show.
I think you guys should have a roast battle.
Listen. Okay, we did do that, and I won it. By the way, I rest my case.
Lewis, don't throw anything.
Listen, I calmed down to do the show with you. Do you want to do it, or are you that stupid? You're the one that wronged
Call me stupid again. I'm gonna fuck you up.
Lewis,
Dog,
don't throw
I'm gonna
anything.
punch him in his
No,
fucking mouth.
relax.
Kurt,
Come punch me.
the show's over. We're done. I'm gonna beat you up right now.
Man, I
Show's over. We're done. We're done.
I feel like the guy that rode in a convertible with Kennedy. This is a dangerous spot to be in right now. Can somebody get security to get all this security out of here?
This next one's between Bobby Lee and Ari Shaffir, and it's crazy because it's kind of known as the Natasha Leggero incident in the Los Angeles comedy scene, and it's also well known that Ari beat up Bobby Lee basically for 3 weeks straight at the time. But anyways, this all started when Ari Shaffir and Natasha were dating, but she started to be disloyal by giving Ron Peterson her number after she got off stage at the Comedy Store. But minutes before any of that, Bobby Lee and Ron were hanging out, and Ron told Bobby he found Natasha attractive, but Bobby let Ron know she was dating his friend Ari. Bobby then leaves and goes to another room because it's his time to get on stage, so he has no clue any of that happened at the time and that Ron asked for her number. Immediately after that night, Ron begins to woo her by sending her flowers and love letters and then finally on a date to an opera show. By this time, Ari had begun to catch on and had Natasha's email password and snooped through it and found some love letters and an email talking about the flowers he had sent her. While Ron and Natasha are at the opera, Bobby calls Ari and lets him know that he just saw them together going into the opera and was questioning him to the point that Ari pieced together that Bobby was now being a middleman for Ron and doing this to find out if Ari and Natasha were still dating, which really hurt and upset Ari because up to this point, him and Bobby had been friends for a very long time, and he just felt betrayed, especially because he thought that Bobby could have done more to prevent any of this and stopped Ron. So then Ari comes up with the idea for Bobby to go into Ron's office and see what Natasha has been writing in response to his love letters, but he gives Bobby the ultimatum of, if you don't do this for me, then it means you set those two up. Bobby, of course, didn't do this, which led to Ari beating up Bobby Lee 3 different times. And sadly, there's no footage of any of the fights, but I'll let them explain them to you.
At the store.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, dude, like, it hit me now where you were on this. And I'm pretty mad. And you're like, and then the way you were smiling, like, could I just say one thing? Let me just say one thing.
God.
I was like, Bobby, get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away from me.
I'll admit I did that.
And you're like, let me just say, I was like, I don't think you hitting, like, how much is this hurting me? You're like, let me just tell you one thing. I'm like, dude, get the fuck away or I'm going to hit you. And then you kept doing it. And then I just punched you and you fell. So you didn't even give me the satisfaction of fighting back.
But you kicked me while I was down there.
Yeah, well, you were down.
Kick a man while he's down.
Yeah, because it's easy. You can't punch a man while he's down.
That's weird.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Please. Question.
Bobby has told this story probably a good 12 times over the course of 90 episodes on this podcast.
Wow,
and
not bad.
every time it's always made me feel like, God, Ari is a fucking dick. Like for 3 weeks in a row, this is the first time where I completely see it your way. You're a fucking snake, Bobby.
All right, stop.
And I know that little smile thing he does.
Yeah, it's like infuriating if you're angry. If you're not angry, then it's fine, no big deal.
Oh, I'm getting angry for you.
Velocity.
So, when you kicked me in the face,
It was the face, not the body.
You guys, I mean, body too. You should have seen. You should have seen afterwards. They're like, Bobby, you're up. And then I guess we got separated. And then he was up, and he was like, well, I got to do my spot. So I went and did his spot. And his face started swelling up while he was on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was
And Steve Renazizi, by the way.
Oh, he was there, yeah.
He was the cover booth guy.
It was happening right in front of him. Like, Bobby was talking to Steve. I went to check in. I saw Bobby. I was like, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, and then Steve was there, and it took him probably about a good 2-3 minutes.
No, 45 seconds, but that was enough for a punch, down, kick. 45 seconds is a long time.
How long? Okay, let me ask you this.
I think even
how
30
long
seconds.
would how long would it take you if you wanted to going mid speed from the cover booth to where I was?
If it was two people I knew, there might be a second like, wait, what the fuck is happening? Like, what's happening? Like to grasp it.
Yeah.
And then we realized like, I gotta do something.
10 seconds.
20 seconds. I gotta run out, come around. 20 seconds tops. This is 45.
So 45 seconds.
Yeah.
So 30 seconds of watching.
Oh yeah.
Entertainment.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that happened.
God, it felt
I
good.
went
It
up
felt
and
so
I
good
went to
kick you. That when the leg like stops. Body. Like you kick a soccer ball, your leg goes through the soccer ball. You keep going.
Yeah.
Like it's not like kicking a wall, but like just like.
Yeah.
It felt so good.
It felt great. Yeah. And then I went to the management of the store.
Freddie told me when he found out too. He's like, "Wait, you can punch him? I didn't know that was a possibility." All this time I was trying to like mentally fuck with him, but I didn't realize you could just punch him.
Yeah. I went to the manager of the store and I go, I demand for him to get banned.
Banned was like the worst thing that could happen at the store.
And they said no.
Who was the manager back then?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
So then the week later, you come up to me and say, I want my money. And you strangled me in the hallway.
Yeah, I was wrong.
Because I remember there was
Different
blood.
move for the second
I was like, it was like a 2-finger.
Yeah.
I was like this, like that. And then you were like, you didn't like, I was like, hey, I want my money.
Yeah.
Just these 2 fingers. And then you were like, you started coming towards me.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. And I just started squeezing.
Oh, shit. Why would you go
I
towards
had a
him?
long nail. Because he was like, what the
He had
Just fighting back.
one of those long, like
Coke
It was like
nail?
a coke nail.
coke
but
nails. And it
wasn't
dug
for
right
coke.
into the skin and it started bleeding.
Do it. I'm not D'Elia.
So now, at this point, neck bleeding the week before he had beat me up. And now I hate him. And I'm scared. Like, I literally have, like, kind of a PTSD kind of a situation where I'm, like, shocked by it.
Yeah.
It's there's trauma. And no one will help me.
You know how you were young? I was young too. And this is why now when I see people like when they go crazy and it's over like heartbreak, I'm like, oh, you can't judge them. They're not thinking right. They're young and crazy.
Yeah. But then here's what happened. So then the next week, Ari auditions for Mind of Mencia.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. This is before the Mencia Rogan stuff happened.
Well, yeah. And Mencia wasn't in the auditioning room. It was Robert Morton that hired him Because that's what Robert told me, that you would audition for.
Yeah, I think it was
somebody.
a woman casting director.
But like they approved it.
Yeah.
Robert Morton approved it.
Yeah.
But Ari didn't know. So I mean, Carlos Mencia didn't know. So when Carlos finds out that Ari had booked the job in a sketch,
and we were fighting,
he called you and said, "Hey, bro, I can't have you on my show."
No.
What?
Oh, they just said they brought out the part. He didn't call me at all.
He didn't call you?
Oh, he's the worst, man. He's, you know how much
Oh,
of a
yeah,
liar
he said
is.
he called you.
He's like, oh yeah, man, they just wrote out the part. It's nothing. I was like,
Oh. So he told me that he had called you and said, "Hey, bro, you can't beat up my friend," and all that stuff.
He
That
said
never
something in the
happened?
back. It's like, hey, you gotta stop being at my friend. And then later it was like the part was written out. No, he'll never.
Oh.
Yeah.
So anyway, but did you think that I'm the one? Because that's what I think.
Asked him to fire me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You had
wasn't.
nothing.
Yeah. And
I want to let you know right now.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Okay, I believe you.
Okay. Why would I do that? I didn't even know about it.
Wait, I mean, if your question is why would I do that, the answer is clearly this guy just punched me 2 times. Can you
Yeah.
please get him fired?
Nah. Yeah,
It's
but
very obvious
I know,
why
but
you would.
why would I? How would I even know that you got hired? All that stuff.
Oh,
I don't know.
Carlos going, hey, that guy got a job on my show, and you're like, hey, can you get him not that? I'm not saying you did.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's a reason.
I didn't
That's a
do
way.
it.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Didn't do it.
yeah.
All right.
And so then I was like, Bobby got me fired. I was like, well, that's a line in comedy where it's like it's so hard to find jobs. You can't fuck with someone's income. With their job, with their
Yeah.
trying to this career so hard.
Right. So
And I was like, well, I have to punch you now.
Now.
The rest was rageful. This is like, no, this is the right thing to do.
yeah. So I'm at the parking lot at the Comedy Store, and I just hear like
Well,
running,
yeah.
And when you hear running, you just think that people are just jogging, whatever. You don't think that somebody's gonna do a Superman punch from behind.
I was
Yeah.
talking to Dave Mishevitz. I saw Bobby, and
Yeah.
I go, excuse me, Dave, I have to take care of something.
Yeah.
Real calm. Like, I need to take care of this.
Yeah. He just
Bobby
hits
starts
me,
running away. I jumped.
and he hit me from the back, and then I.
Fell again.
Fell-
That was your number one defensive move. Is
Okay,
falling.
I'm saying right now. That's my
Is he
defensive
possum?
move.
Didn't you wrestle in college? or
No,
high
no, no.
school? College.
How
sorry.
tall are you?
6'3".
Yeah, I'm 5'4".
You have a better
Yeah,
base
center
of
of
gravity. Center of
gravity,
gravity. Yeah. You're one up on that. Plus, you outweigh me by 50 pounds.
Okay. So, George, you're laughing way too hard at that.
You are laughing pretty hard, George. Give it up.
So then I go to the
White side of the room.
Yeah, so I go to the cover booth. Not the cover booth. I go to the office.
Yeah.
To call the police.
Yeah.
And Steve Renazizi
Yeah. To his credit.
pulls the fucking cord out of the wall.
Damn.
So don't call the police.
Yeah.
And his excuse was it was a Friday, and he goes, if Ari goes to prison, he'll stay there over the weekend.
They told me he was calling the police. So like, I left my apartment. I was like, I gotta get out of here because I'll come to my apartment. So I just left once it's like open mic or something, and just like I gotta stay out till like 2 a.m. So the police won't find me.
Right. Did they ban you then? I think for a month or something after that.
They banned me, and then yeah, they're like, you can't be beating up Bobby 3 times. 2 is okay, but
The third time.
yeah,
Too
we
much.
have a no beating up Bobby 3 times. rule.
Yeah.
And then it's sort of they're like, you have to talk to Bobby and work it out. And so I was like, fine, let's talk.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm like, fine, okay, talk then. And like,
then-
this is not what I wanted. I was like, then do it.
Yeah, but he would also do this even after he got back in. I'd walk down the hallway and he would just say shit like, "Here's the dumbest guy in the fucking building."
I know what bothered you.
Yeah, things that he knew that would bother me.
Yeah.
You can't even get a thought together. You can't even speak English, dude. And you're born here. You're like, he would say shit
Yeah.
to
No,
get
you're
me
just not-
riled
you're just
up,
not an
and I would
intelligent
just be
person.
like, I can't even come here. I hate this guy. And it was like that for years.
He'd be holding court. There'd be like 4 people around, you know, him and like 3 other people talking. Like, what are you doing? Listening to Bobby's lies? You're lying about something. That's what you do. You lie. So is that it's just like, oh
I
man,
used to hate him.
I'm just trying to have a conversation. And I'm just
Oh
like,
my god!
nope,
It just
not
came
allowed.
up. Oh my
How
god!
did all your
allowed.
friends
Like a-
react to all this?
You know,
there was some
comedy sort of loves
division-
drama.
there's
loves
some
conflict.
divisions.
Oh, there was. Okay.
There's some divisions.
That was
And lastly, of course, I had to put the most infamous comedy/comedian beef of all time between Joe Rogan and Carlos Mencia. For a quick summary, it had become well known in the comedy world that Carlos Mencia was a joke thief and would sit in the back of the room while others were on stage and steal their jokes and premises. And it got so bad that some comedians would refuse to perform or even go on stage if Carlos was in the same room. George Lopez called him out. Ari, who we just got done talking about, called him out. There's footage of Bobby Lee showing a bit and saying that Carlos is a jokes thief and took one of his jokes but didn't officially call him out. but it got to the point that Joe felt like somebody had to do something about it, and he would be that
That
somebody.
he had to end the show by saying Carlos Mencia. That's who I am.
You don't know how difficult it is for cops. You don't know that nobody supports cops. You don't know that nobody. If someone steals a riff from a song, that shit's in the news constantly. Motherfuckers steal shit and make it on HBO. They steal shit, they put it on television. What are you saying? Listen, I know you
He's saying that you're acting like a little bitch.
No, you're not saying that.
Yes.
You're agreeing with me, motherfucker.
They're not agreeing with you. They don't even know what the fuck I do. They don't even know what the fuck I do. They don't know shit. You just talk shit. It's easy to say you steal shit. I could say you steal shit, but I don't, because I'm not a little bitch. No, let me tell you what I think. I think that every time you open your mouth, you talk about me, I think that you're secretly in love with me because you can't shut the fuck about me. That's what I personally fucking think. You always open your fucking mouth about me. You always say what the fuck you want about me. You never shut the fuck up. You never shut the fuck up. That's not for you. That's not for you.
This is for someone who creates their own shit.
That's not for you.
Yeah, you see that? You not cheering? This is cheers for someone who creates their own shit.
Those are cheers. They saw you perform and they like you. And you know what? That's great.
I'm honest, bro.
Dude, I opened for you and did that joke. In the rooms, you performed it.
I was doing that joke before.
No, you weren't.
Yes, bro.
Absolutely not.
Joke. Do you really think that a Jewish guy came up with that joke before a fucking Peter did? Do you really believe that shit? No.
It's about, but it's about something in the news. It's about something in the news.
It's the Peter shit.
It's about something in the news. Why can't a Jewish guy come up with something about something in the news?
It's not your forte. Why would it matter to you?
Why the fuck would it matter?
Why would it matter to you? Why would it matter to you? No, that's just showing to you that your interest in me is fucking retarded.
For my friends.
No, not from your fucking friends. Bullshit.
Go from Bobby Lee.
Let me tell you.
The video on the internet of him admitting it.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Bullshit. That's bullshit.
Doing Bobby Lee. Bobby Lee's his friend.
I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is.
That's Ned Holness.
Oh, Ned, I know Ned. Ned Holness. Yeah, he's really good. Hey, does all that stuff.
How's he doing?
Hey, I think all that stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, Ned.
Do a couple minutes of his material.
Well, I'll just do some of my material, and then it'll be the same. You know, so I'll just talk about myself.
What has he ever stolen from you?
I used to do this bit about how I was so small that my dad would have to get on my shoulders to get on a ride at Disneyland. Right. Then he did a bit, literally, but this is I can't
Do it.
But where's this going?
Who cares? What the fuck? It's reality.
Anyway, it's good to see you. Don't be a fucking person.
This is the reason why comedians get away with stealing. Because comedians like you are afraid of confrontation.
Oh yeah. Someone told me you have a feud with this guy.
No,
I think I had him on my show.
Oh, the Mind of Mencia. That's what you're talking about.
You have a
Right.
feud with him, right?
Yeah,
I don't know if
it's
much a feud as. Did you punch him out or something?
Yeah, I did.
You did?
But I don't know if
What
it's
happened? Tell
much
me.
a feud. Well, the guy was pretty liberal with some of the material, and
This is a comedian?
He had an HBO one night stand that I think had like we counted 13 minutes of my material on it, and
wow,
we contacted HBO, and I think they pulled it.
See, here's the deal.
You are a good performer. You do very well with other people's shit.
I do well with my shit. It's been my shit. And by the way, no, I've never stolen
George
a joke.
Lopez didn't grab you by your fucking neck and slam you up against the Laugh Factory wall for ripping off his shit in your HBO special?
He did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. But you know what? For ripping his that fucking joke, bro. That's not why. Because you know what?
Lopez said me. Give me a hug. What's up?
You want me to tell you what George Lopez did?
You threw you against the wall and he shut up. Give me a hug.
I'll tell you what George Lopez did since you want to hear it.
Oh, white people! Anything to say? That's what a comic would say.
No, he says that because he's like everybody else. They're jealous because
jealous of you, you fat fuck.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I'm jealous of anybody. It's not gonna be a guy who steals material. You don't have anything about the subject, so you take other people's shit.
You know what?
Over and over again.
I don't want to attack. That's not true.
You're a great performer who likes people's shit.
crazy enough, during that, you could hear the crowd at the time were on Carlos' side because he was the more popular and well-known comedian due to his TV show, Mind of Mencia. And Joe even got temporarily banned from the Comedy Store, but it was only temporary. And several comedians have backed Joe before and after this. And as you can see with where both comedians are at in life, Joe clearly ended up on top. But yeah, anyways, if you like this video and you want to see more like this, just leave a like, comment, subscribe. But anyways, that's been Earl, a.k.a. Devin, a.k.a. Earl. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe.